Okay, now we can start the conversation. First, let's introduce ourselves. I'm going to start with me. I'm Gabriel. I'm 22 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I work in the payroll department of a company as an apprentice. Guys, I forgot to ask you something. Is there anyone here for the first time? No? Okay. Guys, now I'm going to explain to you how TNT works, okay? So TNT is a platform where you can practice many languages, such as English, Spanish, Italian, and others. This is not a class. We're not here to teach you anything. We're here to help you to improve your English. And this conversation is for all levels of English. So for beginners, intermediates, and advanced. Okay, so let's keep up the conversation. So can you introduce yourself? Marcio, please.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Marcio. I was born in Bahia, but I live in São José dos Campos. And so I work logistics, and I play music instruments. I play bass and electric guitar, keyboard. I love it, and since my childhood play music instruments. And I have a children, I have a dog, and I'm studying enterprise resource planning, Europe SAP. And because my area is very interesting about my area. And that's it. Thank you for listening, guys.
What about you, Yori?
Hello, my name is Yori. I'm 24. I undergraduate in physics, and I am my last period in it. And under my scientific initiation in crystallography, I had contact with computational statistical modeling, and I ended up liking more to create the program to model these data than the physics. So I started to think to do a career transition to software engineer, and I ended up doing some courses about it, and now I study by my own and trying to get the future opportunities in this area. So it's basically that, and then I really want to work to a foreign company. So this place here is amazing to improve the chance to me get the job. Is that?
Yeah, TNT is a great opportunity to help you to improve your English, to make comfortable to speak English. So TNT is the best place to improve your English, because here we feel comfortable to speak English. And even though we make mistakes, we learn with them, you know?
Yes.
What about you, Nayara?
Hi guys, my name is Nayara. I am 30 years old. I was born in Santos, São Paulo, but I live here in Joinville, Santa Catarina since I was 3 years old, so it's a long time that I'm here. I live with my husband because I'm married, and I don't have children. I just have 2 dogs, and my dogs are everything for me. You know, it's like my children. And yeah, I have a degree in administration. I am a financial analyst. And yeah, I think it's that. Something about me, I like to dance. I like to sing. And sometimes when I wake up and I'm really sad, you know, I'm really tired, and I put the music, then I start to sing and things. And yeah, I think it's that.
That's great, Nayara. By the way, like about dogs, today is my dog's birthday. He turned 10 years old. So like he's my dog like since a decade, you know? So it's really good. It was like
Happy
something
birthday.
special
Happy
for me.
birthday for your dog.
Thank you, thank you. And what about you, Gabi?
So, hi, my name is Gabriele. I'm 31 years old. I was born in Rio Grande do Sul, but I'm living in Rio de Janeiro since 2021. I'm a food engineer and I work as a science entrepreneur. So nowadays I have my own company. I work as a CEO in a food tech. So in my food tech, we produce proteins, vegetable proteins for plant-based foods. And I worked a long time with science. And nowadays I try to put in practice what I studied before. And I live alone. I'm not married. I don't have brothers and sisters. All my family stayed in Rio Grande do Sul, so I miss them. And my favorite sport is yoga. I'm not sure if yoga is an sport, but I really like to play it. And on my free time, I really like to stay with my friends, hang out with them, enjoy the beautiful place that we have on Rio de Janeiro, or stay at home watching movies, series, and just rest at home and enjoy my own company. I think that's it.
That's good to know, Gabi. Okay, guys, so now let's start the conversation. The second question is, what was the best food you've eaten in your life? Why did you like it so much? So, Gabi, so what was the best food you've eaten in your life, and why did you like it so much?
It's a difficult question because I don't have a great memory for this type of things. But one thing that I really, really like to eat is the combination of brie cheese and apricot. So whatever food with this combination, I really love it, like pizza and a type of, I don't know how to explain, but a cake, I don't know, because I really like the contrast of the salt and the sugar. It's like the combination of this. It's like a, I don't know the name in English, but it's the agridulce tasty. So I really like it. So I think if I can select one thing that I ate with this combination is the pizza. So there is a place in Rio that's a good pizza, and there is a good one with this both food, like brie cheese and apricot.
I just looked it up, how to say agridoce in English, and it's bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this word in the chat, okay? So just a moment. Yeah, bittersweet. Apricot, is it correct? Is the pronunciation correct? Apricot.
I don't know, it's apricot or apricot. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but
brie cheese, queijo, brie.
Yeah, I put
So
the
you-
words on the chat.
So you like bittersweet foods, right?
Yeah.
About bittersweet foods, I don't like it that much. Like between salt foods and savory foods and sweet foods. It's a hard decision. I don't know what kind of food I prefer. It's a hard question. And what about you? What about you, Nayara? So what was the best food you've eaten in your life and why?
My diet, it's very healthy because I don't eat anything with milk and gluten because I have allergy. So it's difficult to me, but I can eat sugar and I love sugar. So of course my favorite food is chocolate. Like I eat a vegan chocolate. It's really good. And every day I cookie. Every day I make a chocolate cake because I really like chocolate. I don't know. And I love cake. So I do this mix and every day I eat chocolate cake. I don't know. It's my favorite food. And the sugar, I do the brigadeiro with vegan chocolate too. And I like these things. So yeah.
I see. And how's the taste of a vegan chocolate? I've
It's
never eaten
difficult.
it. Is it
It's
good?
difficult. It's difficult to talk about the taste, because you can describe the taste that the chocolate have. So it's difficult, but it's not the same. Of course, not the same taste. But I don't know. I think it's like a habit you make, like you acostuma with the time, because for example, now I can eat, if I eat a normal chocolate with milk and these things, well, I can't. But if I eat, I will not like it because it's weird for me now, so everything that I eat, it's without milk and gluten. So I don't feel, I don't have this, how I can say, vontade. I don't have this feeling like, I really want to eat a pizza with a lot of cheese and these things. I don't like anymore. About the taste, for me, it's good. I can't describe the taste. It's difficult to describe. But if you can find a vegan chocolate in supermarket, because it's easier to find these things now. In the past, we can't find vegan foods and these diets like gluten and milk and free. It's difficult to find in supermarket. But now you can find more easier. And you will like just eat just for fun, just to know how it is, this taste.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the taste is different to a normal chocolate. I've never eaten a vegan chocolate, but I've eaten, I can't say that in English, but it's chocolate amargo. I can't say
Yes,
amargo in
yes,
English.
because in the vegan chocolate you can feel the taste of the chocolate, because when there's normally chocolate, we put a lot of milk, so you can feel the taste of the milk, not too much the chocolate. In vegan chocolate have the taste of chocolate, like it's more I don't know how I could say this, but it's more hard. Maybe the taste, it's you can feel the chocolate. I don't know. I don't know. It's really difficult to talk about taste.
Yeah, and when I've eaten a chocolate amargo, I didn't like it, I preferred the normal one. I don't know, the taste is weird, of the chocolate amargo. So I don't like it at all. And what about you, Yori? What was the best food you've eaten in your life and why?
I really like a lot of pizza too, but I think the Japanese food is the best for me, especially sushi and sashimi. I really like the taste. I don't know how to describe why I like it. It's the flavor for me. It's matched my paladar, my taste have a match with it. So I think is it.
I see. Yeah, like about Japanese food, I think like there are some people that love it and there are some people that hate it.
Yeah.
And there are some people that that say like, oh, I hate it, but these people have never eaten Japanese food in their lives, So they say they hate it, but they've never eaten it. It's crazy, right? I think some
Yes.
people are afraid of like eating Japanese food, they feel like, oh my God, I don't want to eat it at all.
I already tried to give it to my mom, but she said, "Are you crazy? You're eating raw fish." So she didn't even try to eat, and she thinks this is a bad, don't have a good taste. But for me, it's amazing.
Yeah, some people don't like it at all, but it's okay. I understand some people. And what about you, Marcio? What was the best food you've eaten in your life? Is it Japanese food? Is it bittersweet foods? So what was the best one?
So I like Brazilian food, okay, but I don't like white beans. I think it's coming from my family's cultures. My parents don't like and white beans too. And since my childhood, uh, I didn't like white beans, Yes, so um, every day I eating black beans, So I find it's strange when I see person eating white beans. Yes, for me it's very strange. Yes. So yeah, I don't like it. For me, it's very bad and white beans. For me, it's very difficult. And when I see people, person eating white beans, I think this is my childhood and eating black beans.
I see. It's crazy, right? It's because of the culture. So every country and every state of a country has a culture. So like you have a culture and I have another culture. So we have like different habits. We eat different foods. So when you have contact with my culture and I have contact with yours, we strange the habits, right? The foods people eat, because it's different. It's a different thing, you know. It's not in our blood, you know. We're not used to it, so it's normal. It's normal. I understand your point of view. About me, guys, I don't know what was the best food I've eaten in my life, but I'm a person who eats rice and brown beans almost every day, you know. It's in my culture, and mainly Brazilian's culture as well, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, guys, so let's go to the question. Question number 5. If you had the opportunity to eat a food you've never eaten before, what food would you eat? So, Yori, what food would you eat?
I don't know. I think blueberry. I didn't. I never had eat it. So why? I think it's because it's expensive. So, I think it's the main reason. And the best fruit that I have eaten it was tamara. It's an Arabian fruit. It's the sweetest fruit that I have eaten, and the fruit that I love. But I don't know another that I didn't have it yet. Otherwise, the blueberry.
Blueberry. I've never eaten blueberry as well, but I don't feel like eating it. Yeah, actually, I'm not. I know fruits are really good to our health, but I'm not used to eating fruits. You know, I prefer chocolate. I'm
Yeah.
addicted to chocolate. You know, chocolate cake every day after I have dinner. I ask my mom, "Mom, do you have dessert?" So I'm addicted to chocolate cake, like desserts in general. And what about you, Nayara? If you had the opportunity to eat a food you've never eaten before, what food would you eat?
I don't know. I think there is no food that I want to eat that I haven't eaten it yet. You know, everything that I want to eat, I cook. I cook my kitchen, and you know, I don't know. It's difficult. It's a difficult question because I can't think now in one food that I really want to eat. Oh my God, I never eat this food that I want to eat. It's I don't know. It's just my taste is easier. It's I like chocolate. Just give me chocolate and everything's okay. You know, and it's not. I think no, I don't have any food that I want to eat. I don't know.
I see, like maybe a food from another country that you've seen on TV, on a culinary program. I don't know.
I think it's because my diet it's very healthy. You know, it just so I really like fruits. I like vegetables. You know, I like these things that a lot of people don't like because most of the people like the fast food, pizza, and these things, and I don't like it. I just like to eat the real food, you know, that rice, beans, meat, and these things, a lot of vegetables and fruits, banana, orange, and these things. I really like it. I know it's weird to hear that, oh, I like to eat fruits and vegetables. Oh my God. But yes, I like it. I love the taste. I don't know. Yeah, maybe some fruit that I haven't eat yet. So maybe I don't know. In Brazil, we have a lot of fruits, tropical fruits, and in the other country, they don't have these fruits that we have here in Brazil. So I love to be here in Brazil because I can eat so different fruits. Yes.
I see. Yeah, I understand your point of view, and you're totally right. You're having like a healthy diet. You know, it's really good
Yes.
because we can feel like better with our body, with our mental health. So it's really good.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Gabi? What food would you eat?
So I've never eaten ramen, or ramen in Portuguese. It's like it's a Japanese soup. And I'm so curious to taste it because there is a lot of ingredients and different types of ingredients like eggs and meat and the vegetables. So I remember that last year I went to a museum in São Paulo. It's a Japanese house, and there was an exposition. I don't know. There is a place in a place here in Japanese house talking about ramen, and it was so interesting to me, but I've never had the opportunity to taste it. And the other thing that I'm so curious to taste is go to the sophisticated restaurant for a special chef like Paola Carosella and the others, and to taste like a, you know, when we go a sophisticated restaurant, you have a first plate and then the main plate and then the sugars, and we have a complete menu. And I've never had the opportunity to eat a thing like that. So I'm so curious to taste it, a complete menu in a day, but I don't have money to spend with this. I intend one day to have, but and the other thing that I'm so curious to taste is go to the real place that have a special food and taste the original food, like the original croissant in French, the original pizza in Italian, the original açaí in the I don't know, it's the north region, and things like that, to taste the real things in the special places in the world, and of course in Brazil too.
Wow, really interesting. I mean, I loved your answer about the Japanese food. Like this food seems like yakisoba, or it has nothing to do with that.
No, ramen, it's like a soup. So it's a soup with meat, with eggs, with vegetables, And there is a special recipe with the combination of this type of food, but only all of this in only soup.
I see. I think yakisoba like contains just vegetable foods, right?
Yeah.
I see. It seems like it's interesting. I think I've seen this food in the program MasterChef Brazil, but I'm not sure. But I think I've seen it on MasterChef Brazil program. And about like going to like great chefs and eat their foods. It's an interesting idea, but it's an expensive one, as you said, right?
It's a thing to do, one thing in life, just one day in life, and enjoy the experience, and then don't repeat it because it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive. And about like you eat in the regional food in the country or in the state they were created. I thought this idea really interesting. For example, I've eaten cheese bread in São Paulo because I was born in São Paulo, but I've never eaten the cheese bread from Minas Gerais, you know. And I think
it's totally different. It's totally different. It's like when people ask me about the barbecue on Rio Grande do Sul, on the other things from my state. It's totally different. So I really like it's like Marcio said about the recipes in Brazil, and the Brazilian food. It's so good. And we have a lot of different types of food in Brazil. So I really like to taste when I have the opportunity to travel to another state and taste the original things from this state.
Yeah, that's such a great idea. Maybe someday I'll do that. And what about you, Marcio? If you had the opportunity to eat a food you've never eaten before, what food would you eat?
If I had opportunity and most expensive food in the world. About the question, you know.
Like caviar.
Albino caviar, yeah, very different, you know. Yes, so I think it's cost $300,000 per kilo. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very expensive, you know. When I watch in the TV and caviar, albino caviar, it's very interesting for me, you know. Yeah, so I don't know in English, chega da água na boca. Yeah, so yeah, about the questions, most expensive food in the world, albino caviar, for example.
Oh my God. Good answer, Marcio. I like you can't eat it, but you need to win the lottery. So to eat it, you need to win the lottery, or you need to sell your ring, you know, because oh my God, it's really expensive. Guys, about me, I think I feel like eating the food. Oh, I forgot the name. Beef Wellington. I think this food is really, really, really good. You know, I've never eaten it, but I think it's really good. It's a food from the United States. The first time I've seen it was on the program Master Chef Brazil, and I felt like, oh my God, I need to eat it. It seems like it's really, really good. Okay, guys, so let's go to the question. Question number 4. Is there any food that reminds you of someone, something, every time you eat it? What memories does it bring back? So, Yori, so is there any food that makes you remember someone, something?
This question is really hard. I don't know. I don't think so. I guess grapes, that he remembers me wine. Someone, I don't think there are some food that remembers me someone.
Maybe a grandma's food. When you eat like a food that your grandma used to make or makes it currently. Do you remember this food reminds you of your grandma?
No, because I didn't meet my grandma. But I don't think that I eat a food that reminds me someone.
I see. Yeah. There are some people that when they eat a food, they can like remember someone or something, but there are some people that don't remember anything, you know?
Yes, it's me.
And what about you, Nayara? So is there any food that reminds you of someone, something?
Yes, when I live with my mom, every Christmas she made pavê. I don't know how I can say this in English, but pavê. And every Christmas there was pavê, you know. And we already know that my mom will make pavê, and when I see pavê in somewhere or the bakery or something like that, I remember this thing, like, oh my God, my mom make pavê every Christmas. So when I was younger, I eat food with milk, so I remember the taste. But now if I if I think to eat this food, I think I will die, because it's a lot of milk in the pavê. So, but yeah, I remember my mom and Christmas and every Christmas. So yeah, it's that.
I see. Pavê is really good, right? I really like pavê. I love pavê, cakes. I love chocolate. I love like almost all desserts. I'm addicted to desserts.
Yeah, me neither.
And what about you, Marcio? So tell us about that.
Yeah, and I remember my grandparents make breakfast very early, you know. Yes, very, very early. And my grandparents, my grandmother, you know. And so I remember. And because I really like to talk about, talk to with my grandmother, it's funny, you know. I remember, but it's very, very early make breakfast. Yes, but and different breakfast, for example, and squeeze potato, and you know, yeah, it's very, very strong. You know, it's in the morning. It's very strong. Yes, por exemplo, cuscuz recheado. I love it. And when my grandmother make, yeah, I remember and my grandparents.
Yeah. So like when I was a child, I remember eating my grandma's chouchou, you know. She used to make this food, and I really loved it. She died a long time ago. She died in 2009. And when I was like 80 years old, 7 years old, I used to eat this food. And every time I eat this food, when my mom makes this food, I remember my grandma. So grandma and grandpa foods are really good, right? They like have they bring us like good memories, right? And what about you, Gabi? So is there any food that reminds you of someone or something?
Well, there is a lot of foods that reminds me people that are so important to me or good moments in my life, because I created good memories with food. So for example, my mom makes the best bread that I ate. So she's so good to make breads, and I really like the breads that my mom makes to me. And about my grandmother, she died, but when I was a child, she made a good pasta with mincemeat and cheese. This is a good memory that I have, because I remember that she cooked this recipe for lunch, and I remember some days that I ate this recipe before went to school, and this brings me a good memory. And my grandmother also made corn cake, and I really liked her corn cake. And I have a good history about food and memory related to my grandmother, because she made melon ice cream when I was a child, and she never told the recipe to other people in my family, like my aunts, my mom, and my cousin. She never told about the recipe, how to do this ice cream. And she died, and this ice cream never been done in my family, because nobody knows how to make this ice cream. And I remember that it's so good. If I have the opportunity to stay in my childhood and taste it again, I do it because I remember the taste and I remember the memories, but nobody knows how to do it. Of course, we try to do a replicate, but we did it. It's terrible. We cannot to do the same ice cream, and it is a specific ice cream. It's a melon ice cream. And my recent memory about food and the city that I live nowadays is pastry with sugarcane juice. I love this combination, and this remembers me all the weekends here. So it's like food for weekends, like food for Saturdays, to go to the fair and take a pastry with sugarcane juice. So if I will live in another city in the future, I always will remember this combination that I have the opportunity to taste here in Rio de Janeiro.
Wow, that's great, Gabi. About like the ice cream. Oh my God. So your grandma hasn't told you guys like the recipe of the ice cream, and not even like put the recipe in a notebook or
No, we tried to search in a notebook that she had some notes about the recipes, and there was never about this specific recipe.
oh my God, unfortunately, because like, oh my God, a food, an ice cream that you used to eat in your childhood, and like nowadays you don't have the opportunity to eat the same ice cream because you guys don't know the recipe. So oh my God, I think it's like, oh my God, if I had the opportunity to eat it again, I would eat it, but I can't make it, like my grandma used to make. So unfortunately, but it happens, right? It's life, and unfortunately you have the opportunity to eat it in the past when your grandma used to make.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys, so our conversation's almost done, and now I'm gonna send you 2 links, okay? The first one is the link of the survey. So when you go to this link, you can give us a grade from 0 to 10. And you can also explain to us the reason of your grade. It's really important to explain to us the reason of your grade so we can improve TNT more and more. Okay, so for example, my grade is 7, but why is your grade 7? Tell us the reason so we can improve Talk and Talk more and more. And the second one is the link of our website. So if you want to have more access to our plans, go to this website and check them out, okay? Guys, this was the conversation. Thank you so much for attending it. I really hope you guys liked it. And have a good evening, have a good week, and see you guys next time, okay? Bye.